Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Bethany. Thanks for checking it out. So tomorrow is Summer Solstice, the longest day of the year, the official start to summer. It's when I feel like we're asked to slow down and we give ourselves a little bit of a break and have a little bit more fun. So I really wanted to see what this transition was going to be like for everyone, or whoever it resonates for, right? Myself included. So let's get right into it. Also, I got this deck. I was gifted it by Water and Fire Tarot. If you haven't checked out her channel, go and subscribe. She's amazing. I watch her and she does giveaways every month. And last month I won this deck. So I was super excited about it. This is, I think it's the Light Seers Tarot. So go give her a follow, watch her videos. She's really cool. I love her. All right, so coming right out the gate, we got the Ten of Swords. But this is, the good thing about this card is that it is about a painful ending, but it's about an ending, which means something's coming to a close. It's time to let go of something that was painful. I keep saying that word, okay. Yes, something that was, apparently it was very painful. A painful ending is coming to a close. I'm like stuck on this energy now. Maybe that's how it felt. And maybe it felt stuck. You felt like you were never going to get through it, whatever it was. You know, swords represent our thoughts, our mind, our logic. So it could have just been a belief system, a way you were seeing something, a perspective, the way you were allowing your mind to dictate certain things. And we have Judgment. So the Judgment is about second chances or redemption. But in this card, and this is how I always see it too, is like resurrecting aspects of ourselves. Or it can also be kind of like a rebirth type energy, but it's more of an energetic. Well, I mean, I guess rebirth is energetic, but it is also letting go. Judgment is also letting go of something from the past and like starting something new as well. That can also be Judgment, right? It's like Judgment Day. Are you ready to let go of what you did in the past and start something brand new, go in a direction you're being asked to go? And the devil is, addictions, vices, codependencies, toxicity. It's unhealthy patterns that we have. It doesn't have to be addictions to things. It could be, addictions to negativity. I mean, I don't know why I'm losing my train of thought there. They're probably just cutting off because they're like, you don't need to explain it. But you're getting it. This is the painful ending, right? You're getting a second chance at letting go of all of these patterns that you know. And I guarantee you will know. If you don't know and you're like, I have no idea what you're talking about, then you probably won't resonate with this reading. But if you do know and you're on this self-development, self-healing journey, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. We all have these patterns and behaviors that are difficult for us to shake, that are difficult for us to move on from. And the reason that we stay in them is because they're comfortable and familiar. It's not necessarily that they're good for us, because if that were the case, we wouldn't be repeating them. We wouldn't be continuing to do it if it was good for us. It's just simply because it's familiar. And stepping out into the unknown, doing something differently, experiencing something new and different can be very scary, because it causes us to have to change, to have to adapt to new behaviors, adapt to new environments, adapt to new ways of being. And that is very scary to our egos who just want to protect us. So we have the Five of Cups. So something in the past, looking at something in the past, crying over spilled milk, right? It's about feeling regret. This thing didn't work out in the past. I'm feeling really sad about it. That's what we're letting go of. That's that painful ending. So maybe something did happen in the past, a painful ending, or like a painful experience. Maybe it was very long, because we have the 10, which, 10s represent a decade, right? It could have been a very long cycle, a karmic cycle of you going through certain things and repeating the same behaviors And now what this, during summer solstice, it's like we're getting a chance to really acknowledge how we've been treating ourselves and how we have been holding ourselves back, staying stuck in the past. Like that's definitely this energy. It's like we're not acknowledging the Two of Cups that are behind us. And it's all about our perspective, right? If he were to turn around, he would see that there's still 2 full cups, and maybe he would be satisfied with those 2 cups. Who knows? But right now, it's like he's just looking at what didn't work out, what spilled. And a Judgment again, damn. Okay, this is like a huge energy. It's a huge shift. It's like literally, I feel like Spirit is telling you like, shit or get off the pot. It's really time for you to rise up and transcend this cycle, this behavior, whatever it is. Because if you don't, you're going to be stuck in another long cycle. I feel like it's possible that we could be stuck in another very long cycle if we don't choose to get out of it right now. Like that's where our power is in our choice. We have to choose to transcend, to remove the shackles, to stop being puppeted. You see how in this card on the Devil, and look at, he's like this, and it's when we're like this, when we're like in denial, or we're not looking up, or we're not accessing our power. We're not feeling like we have the choice. We have the ability to transcend and overcome limitations or whatever it is that we feel like is keeping us down, is keeping us stuck in the past. It's telling you that if you don't choose to move on from it now and look and process and heal, I don't even feel like you need to do any more healing necessarily, because sometimes it is like the reason we haven't moved on from things is because we haven't fully healed from it. But I feel like we have healed from it. You have healed from it, and it's time. That's why we started with a 10, and now look, we have the 10 of Cups out, which is another completion, coming to the end of something and starting a new beginning. And, I often get these 2 cards for myself when I pull cards, and it's always like, this card comes first, and it's like, well, you want this? You have to let this happen first, right? Those are the 2, it's the painful ending in order to have the new emotionally fulfilling beginning. So what is it that we are letting go of here? To me, it just kind of feels like staying stuck in the past, replaying things over and over again in our head. And it's almost like just keeping us, if we stay stuck there, it's like we feel like we can change it. Maybe you need to forgive yourself or forgive other people for certain things that happened. The 3 of Swords. So there's heartbreak involved. So it's about feeling heartbroken, disappointment, despair. Usually at the hands of other people, we feel heartbroken. Like somebody did something that was very hurtful, whether it was on conscious and on purpose or not. We felt the wrath basically of somebody else's pain. That's what the 3 of Swords I feel like is. And it's right under the 10 of Swords, which is that painful ending. And the 10 of Wands, dang, another 10. I'm telling you, with this transition into summer, there's a major ending and a major new beginning opportunity. So the 10 of Wands is about feeling burdened and weighed down. It's also realizing you're holding a lot of burdens that don't belong to you, and it's time to let those go. Again, when hurt people hurt other people, right? So when someone's in pain and they haven't fully healed, that's when they then do things that are hurtful to other people. And then what kind of happens is it gets passed on to that other person, and then we absorb it, or they absorb it as if it's a part of them or us, right? Like from the other person. And however they were feeling, whether it was like they felt rejected or abandoned, or they were afraid of being rejected, abandoned, so then they're going to do that to you, then you feel like something's wrong with you. You feel ashamed, you feel, again, rejected, but you're like, okay, well, something must be wrong with me. And then we make up all these stories about what's wrong with us because somebody else treated us this way, when we don't realize what's actually happening is they're just showing us how they've been treated, or how they treat themselves, or the pain that they're still processing and they don't know how to deal with, right? So therefore they're projecting it onto you. And so that's what this 10 of Wands is. Like, we're realizing the heartbreak we're feeling, all of it may not necessarily be our own. We may be like continuing to look at the past and be like, why did this thing happen? Why did I treat this person this way? Or why did this person treat me this way? And we're trying to find new answers, and we're trying to change the past somehow, but we can't. And really the answer is as simple as we weren't fully healed. What we have to do then is to go within and to look at, did I heal what had hurt me, or how I had hurt someone else? Did I heal from that, right? So it's definitely a love relationship. So the Two of Cups is about love, going on a date, mutually sharing your love with somebody. So whatever happened in the past is what you're looking at, is something having to do with love. So I truly believe that whatever this is, you've healed from it, or you've had the opportunity to heal enough from it that it's okay to move on from it. There's no more processing you need to do. There's no more forgiving that you need to do, unless it's with yourself, possibly a little bit. I think it's just, maybe you're staying with the painful memories and the painful energy. You keep going back to it because you want to also reminisce about the loving and the good memories. I feel like it was a really important love relationship that kind of, it brought out both, right? Both the really painful shadow stuff and the really amazing light love stuff. So it was like you felt both to the millionth degree. Therefore, that's why you're processing it. And when you go back to look at the past and how it didn't work out, you're also trying to keep the memories that were loving and good. So I feel like when you do, maybe, or it's asking you to do that. It's asking you to also remember the good times, to now focus on, okay, what did you gain from that relationship and that experience that was also really great, was also really loving? How did it crack you open? How did it make you experience love in a new way? And when you focus on that, then you're going to be attracting more of that into your life through a new person, if you're not in a relationship, or just through other people in your life, right? So it's asking you to do that, because what we have is now the Eight of Wands, which is manifestation. It's also about the arrows of love. Like, if you think about manifestation, it's like, what are you directing your arrows at? What are you directing your energy at, your focus towards? That's what you want to create more of. So if you're still focusing on the past and the things that didn't work out, that's what you're going to keep getting more of back. And so it's asking you to shift your perspective and realize that when you do remember the amazing, wonderful, good times as well, that's exactly what I was just saying. The Six of Cups is about nostalgia. And this is like happy memories. So it's stuff from the past. So it doesn't just have to be childhood. It can just be anything from the past, whether it was a year ago or 5 years ago or 10 years ago, anything from the past. And it's asking you to focus on the positive, happy feelings and loving and emotionally fulfilling things that also came out of that, whatever relationship or relationships that we're talking about here. I was going to say something and then I just got kicked out of my channeling. So the Hangman is about seeing something from a new perspective. Perhaps you've been just focusing on the negative things because you're punishing yourself, or you feel like you need to punish yourself, or you are afraid to open up again to feel ready for love again because of what you experienced in the past, and you don't want to repeat that. So it's basically just a subconscious protection, which is normal. We all do that. But once you realize that that's what you're doing, you realize, okay, I can't keep doing this to myself, because do I actually want another relationship, or do I want to have more positive energy in my current relationship, or whatever it is you're wanting to manifest? Even if you're trying to manifest money or a job or a new home, you're not going to get there to what you actually want through focusing on all of the sadness and all of the loss. That's just going to beget you more sadness and more loss. So the Eight of Pentacles and the King of Wands. So this is you directing your energy. It's a masculine energy, and it's fire. But fire is it's a lot about action. So, and creative action, passionate action. And we also have the Eight of Pentacles, which is about working hard at something. Also taking the time to really dedicate yourself to something. So like, it's not like a quick fix, right? It's not like I'm going to take one workshop and then I'm an expert at something. It's really, because you notice how she has the moon phases above her. It's like really staying dedicated towards the thing that you are working at. But in this case, I feel like it's just your basically law of attraction or the art of manifestation here. If you're not getting something that you want, I feel like this transition into summer solstice is really giving us the chance to tap into that fire energy, which is sun energy, right? The sun. Create, and because wands are, and fire is about creation too. Really create what it is we want in our life. So if it's a relationship, we already just talked about how you can start focusing your energy in a new direction in order to create the relationship that you would like. If it's money or if it's a job or anything, it's the same thing. And the 10 of Cups again, see? Emotional fulfillment. We want our energy directed towards what is emotionally fulfilling for me, not what am I lacking. I'm reading the book, which I've been trying to finish for a long time, Ask It and Is Given, by Abraham Hicks, Esther and Jerry Hicks. She channels Abraham. So if you don't listen to Abraham Hicks, I highly recommend it. They're all about law of attraction. Okay, so we have Temperance, which is Sagittarius energy. So there's a lot of fire or Sag energy. So, it could be also maybe a Sagittarius person that you're wanting to manifest, or that somehow, or you're the Sagittarius. Get down, Kiwi. Or something to that effect. It doesn't have to be though. But it's about patience. And that's what I was really getting with that 8 of Pentacles card, looking at the moon phases, is like, it's going to take repetition. It's going to happen over time, consistency. You really need to dedicate yourself starting summer. Like, if you have more time, because maybe you're not working as much, or whatever it is, the energy of leisure and luxury is usually higher during summer, right? That's kind of the energy of summer, leisure and luxury. So if you have a little bit more leisure time, allow yourself to dedicate it towards how to really manifest, like starting a daily practice or a weekly practice, monthly. I would say more daily or weekly, but introducing new practices, but like really staying on top of yourself, like in terms of dedication, that balance, like creating the emotional balance to when you can tell when you are starting to veer one way, which is not in the direction that you want, is how are you then rebalancing so that you can come back to your center and create what you actually want. Because if you don't have what it is that you want right now, dang, a lot of major arcana here too. I guarantee you that this message is for you, because there's something, maybe you're like, I don't know what's missing. I don't know what's going on. I feel like I'm doing all the things. Maybe there's still some subconscious patterns that are playing out that you're not fully aware of, or it's just like you really have to stay on top of them this summer. So we also have the Lovers, which is Gemini energy. So Gemini season is ending, and we're going to be going into Cancer season, I think. But this is about choice. This card is always about choice first and foremost. Because the opposite of this card is the Devil. It's the same couple that's usually in this card that's in the Devil card. So are we choosing? And so this would be like the light side, and the Devil would be our dark and our shadow side. So choosing the light, choosing if it's a relationship, because it seems like there's a relationship here that someone's wanting to manifest. It's or just maybe a loving experience with people in your life in general. You have to choose that first, and you have to become that first in order to attract what it is that you want, your match, your opposite, your counterpart. So the Hierophant is Taurus energy, but it's about commitment, and it's about higher commitment, spirituality. I always see this card as a very spiritual card because he's like the high priest. But it's, to me, in its simplest form, it's about spiritual commitment. So are you staying committed to your higher path and purpose? Are you staying committed to what your soul is guiding you to do, your higher self? So I'm going to get maybe one or two of these. This is the Angels of Abundance cards. So advice from our angels about where maybe we are some blind spots we're having in attracting the abundance we desire. And then I'll get some from the Romance Angels as well. So if you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe here on YouTube. I so much appreciate all my new followers recently. And then also, if you'd like your own reading with me, you can go below, click the link, and once you purchase, I will send you an email with my calendar with the day and time. Did you hear my voice? Purchase. Like I'm going through puberty. All right, so we have ask for your needs to be met. God and the angels can come to your aid only if you make a free will choice to be helped, and it begins with asking. It doesn't matter how you ask God for help, but only that you do so. The same holds true with clearly asking other people to assist you. So that's pretty self-explanatory. That could also be if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling like you don't have the answers, you're not sure what to do. I don't know what she's talking about, right? I said that in the beginning. I don't know what she's talking about, or I don't know what practice to put into place, or whatever it is. Open yourself and ask for the guidance, for the help, for, if you feel like your needs aren't getting met, who can you ask to help you out? Not just people around you, but also gods and the angels. So this one says quiet retreat. It's time to disconnect from the outer world so that you can discern and process your true thoughts and feelings from your inner world. Create this quiet time for yourself and you'll have more clarity about what to do next. So there you go. And so obviously find some alone time, quiet time, meditate a little bit more, and that's how you ask for the help, and you also ask for the guidance. If you're not sure what direction you're going, or if you're not sure if you're going in the right direction, that kind of thing. But that's also what's going to be happening if you do spend more of that time, like I had talked about, putting in the work, dedicating yourself to your higher path and purpose, and getting really clear on what you need to stay committed to when it comes to not focusing on all of the negative, right? And you're working on this law of attraction piece. So, yeah. Okay, so we have romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. This could be with a person, right? And so it's confirmation that whoever you're thinking about, if you're having any hesitation towards them, or you're afraid to step towards them because of something that happened in the past, and that's what's keeping you from it, it's telling you they're real and worth exploring. But it's also, again, saying that you can allow romantic feelings to arise for people if you feel them. So if that hasn't happened yet, or if you struggle with allowing it to happen with a partner you're already with, it's saying it's safe for you to do so. We have chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. This to me feels like yes. So I feel like if there's a person you're trying to manifest, there's already a strong magnetic attraction, but you could be holding it at bay because you're focusing on the wrong things. You're focusing on the past and your fear and what you don't want to happen again. So again, this is like there's already chemistry between you and the person that you desire, or the things that you desire. So what you can do now is learn more about magnetic attraction, law of attraction, how to attract what it is you actually desire, and how to overcome your fears around the past repeating. Because I honestly feel like that's one of the biggest things. I think it is almost like you know exactly how to manifest. And we all do. It's just a matter of remembering. And then when you remember, putting it into practice and being consistent about it. But I think there is a part of you that's like, yes, I already know this and I know it and I've been doing this, but it's just that fearful part of you that got really, really hurt in the past. And you're really afraid, it's just like, I never want to repeat that again. I never want to experience that again. So acknowledge that part of you that's very scared, and that it's a real thing, no, of course, no one wants to be hurt again or be hurt like that. But given the fact that you've done the healing work, that you're in a new place, we have the Judgment out twice, which means you're ready for a new rebirth, a new chance at going in a new direction, awakening aspects of yourself. That's also what I feel like the Judgment card is. You're not going to be attracting the same things or the same lessons if you know that you've learned them. And even if you do attract something similar, you'll be able to discern it and recognize it more quickly, and what was I going to say? What was I going to say? You'll be able to discern and recognize it more quickly. So that's how my brain works sometimes. My thoughts bounce like forward too far, and then I forget a thought in between a couple thoughts. I don't know, apparently if it's important, it'll come back to me. But we have the Leap card. You go first, the universe will catch you. This is like the Fool card. It's trusting that the universe has your back, trusting that you can ask for help, you know. And again, I think this card of asking for your needs to be met is also very important. Maybe you've been not allowing outside help, even when it comes like with actual people, or also with spirit, with the angels, guides, whoever it is that you ask for help from, because you are actually afraid of it actually happening. And so there's a difference between seeing red flags and recognizing that someone isn't right for you and it's a repeat from the past. There's a difference between that and shutting something out because you're afraid and because you just don't want the past to repeat itself, and you would rather just stay very comfortable and safe in your bubble, whatever your bubble is right now. But it doesn't sound like your bubble has been very nice anyway, because it sounds like you're torturing yourself with replaying the past. So I'm going to leave it there. Please follow me on Instagram at Bethany Empowers. I love you guys so much. Please, if I haven't said already, click on the link below if you'd like your own reading with me. And once you purchase, I will send you an email with my calendar for the day and time to schedule. What else? Thank you. If I didn't say this already, thank you so much for subscribing, my new subscribers. And please like and share. It really helps me, and I'm really wanting to grow my channel. So I need you guys to do that. All right. I love you. Bye. Happy solstice.